Alrighty, here we are. Getting a couple of things set up there. Um, let's see, who do we got here? We got folks from Canada, Dallas, Tanzania, UK, Chicago, Vermont, Sweden, Croatia. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Alaska, and fantastic. So grateful to have you guys joining me live. Uh, love doing this, having people around the world tapping live because in Mexico, Belgium, I just was in Belgium a couple months ago, and Croatia, um, Massachusetts, Germany, Colorado, Jersey, New Jersey. Um, yeah. So yeah, when we come together live and raise our vibration and awesome for those of us that are here tapping live, but because everything is energy and we're all connected, those of us here tapping live are raising the vibration for the whole planet. So thank you very much for participating in that and being part of that. So yeah. So let's go ahead and get started. As always, let's go ahead and start by closing our eyes. Take a deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. Now, just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed, go ahead and feel your feet on the floor or whatever part of you is connected to something. Allow yourself to feel that connection. Allow yourself to feel centered and grounded. Allowing yourself to be right here, right now, as present as possible, so as to receive maximum benefit from this hour together. And just following your breath through your body, just allow yourself to check in with yourself, noticing what you're feeling physically and what you're feeling emotionally. And so in terms of feeling the holiday season, maybe it's feeling peace, maybe it's feeling merry and bright, whatever words you want to use, checking in with yourself and notice on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being very merry, very peaceful, very joyful. And please do not judge yourself harshly if the number is lower than you'd like it to be. Just allow yourself to be aware of where that's at the moment. And feeling what goes on inside your body. Finish the sentence. I'm at this number because dot, dot, dot. Or I can't be at a 10 because dot, dot, dot. And notice how your body might respond. Also notice any thoughts, beliefs, or memories that come up that might be contributing to keeping that number from being at a 10. And again, it's not that it should be a 10. It's not that you're obliged to be merry and bright and joyful in the holiday season. It's not about shoulding on yourself or having anyone should on you about how you should be during the holidays. It's just about, okay, all things being equal, I think I'd prefer to feel joyful and peaceful. And it's just allowing yourself to be aware of those reasons that come up and take a deep breath, open your eyes, and let's just jump in. Even though I have things limiting my joy, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I have things limiting my joy, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I have things limiting my joy, and some of them might be very understandable, there may be some things going on in my life that make it really hard to be joyful. I'm open to the possibility. There may be some other things bringing me down that don't necessarily have to. And even though there are things limiting my joy, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe anyone else who might contribute to these, because I choose to feel that free. All this stuff limiting my joy, all this stuff limiting my peace, all these things going on in my life that make it really hard to feel good. And it's that season where there's a lot of pressure to feel good. And people don't understand what I'm going through. I'm letting go of my worry about what other people think. One of the things that limits my joy is the fear that other people will think I should be more joyful. How can I feel good when everyone's expecting me to feel so good? And I'm afraid I won't get it right. I'm processing this fear. I'm going to let other people deal with their expectations. I don't want their expectations to limit my joy. I don't want their expectations to limit my peace. I'm letting go of what I don't need to hang on to. I may be experiencing all kinds of uncomfortable feelings. There may be some anger, some fear, some sadness, shame, and guilt. And part of me might be saying, I don't care if it's the holidays. I need to not feel great right now. And I choose to love and appreciate all these parts of me that are allowing me to feel as good as I believe I should feel, but not better than I should feel. I may have a lot of people in my life telling me I should be more jolly right now. But I got people inside my head telling me I should not be jolly right now. All of these people telling me what to do. All of these people telling me how to feel. And I'm allowing myself to process that. Releasing all these shoulds, releasing all these expectations, both internal and external. I'm releasing what doesn't feel like peace. And I choose to love and appreciate those parts of me that might still hold on to some discomfort, saying, I can't let that go. I know this doesn't feel like peace, but we still have to hang on to it. And I don't need to judge myself for that. I'm honoring whatever feelings I might have. I'm just giving myself permission to see if I can feel somewhat better. Maybe a lot better. Maybe just a tiny bit better. And I choose to love myself either way. All the stuff that's going on, I'm letting it go to whatever extent I can because I deserve to feel as good as possible. I'm giving myself permission to do so in body, mind, and spirit. And take a deep breath, close your eyes, and go inside. Just check in and see what's going on in there. In terms of feeling more joyful or peaceful, see if that number's gone up, whatever number you were at before. I see a number of people were at 5. Just allow yourself to see what number you might be at now and noticing in your body as well as your mind what might keep that number from going up. Again, not that there's an expectation of being at a 10, just looking at that possibility and seeing what might be possible. And go ahead and be tapping. You can open your eyes and be tapping here. Just listening to something earlier talking about frequency and the frequency that we put out. So, during the holiday season, we tend to hear a lot of Christmas music, and a lot of people will tune into a Christmas station. There are, certain stations that play just Christmas music at this time, and a lot of people will tune their radio to that. And it's always out there. That music is there whether we tune into that station or not. And we get what we tune into, the frequency that we put our radio at. The same with things in life, what we tune into. And so we might say, you know what, I'd really like to listen to Christmas music, but I keep tuning my radio station to the talk radio where they just say really hateful things. because it just makes me feel really self-righteous when I listen to them talk about, different people or politics or things like that. It's like, yeah, I need to listen to that. Gosh, why am I not hearing Christmas music? And it's not that we're bad or stupid. It's not about judging ourselves for what we tune into, but that's the thing is that so often we have a habit of always having our radio tuned to a particular station that doesn't move us in the direction of joy and peace. It moves us maybe in the opposite direction, but we're trained to do that. We have a habit of doing that. It's familiar, which makes it comfortable. But, so it's just recognizing, okay, if I want to be hearing Christmas music, or I want to be hearing abundance, and I want to be hearing joy, and I want to be hearing love, if these are the things that I want to experience, I need to change my frequency and tune into that station. And also, whatever we're listening to is what we're going to be putting out. If I'm listening to Christmas music and it makes me feel good, I'm also broadcasting good feelings. If I'm listening to, thank you. If I'm listening to, stuff that brings me down and is, not high spirited, that's what I'm going to be broadcasting. So it's not about judging that. It's about looking at it and going, okay, hey, you're welcome to listen to what you listen to and broadcast what you want to broadcast, but asking yourself, is this who I really want to be? And is this really what I want to experience? Because whatever we tune into is what we're going to get more of. And if I want to have more merry and bright in my life, I better be tuning into that more often and tuning into it consistently, you know? It would be tough to listen to a Christmas song and you keep switching the station, you know, and it's playing Rudolph and then you switch to, and these people were doing this today, and then you switch back, and it's like you can't take in the song if you keep switching back to the other station. So close your eyes, take a deep breath, and feeling what goes on inside your body. Ask yourself on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being I am consistently tuning in to high vibration stuff. 0 being, no, I always listen to shock jocks and people speaking, shouting at the microphone. Um, again, not blaming or shaming, just uh, awareness. You get to choose, just allowing yourself to be clear about what you're choosing. And so not judging where your number's at, just looking at, okay, if 10 is, I spend most of my time tuning in to high vibration stuff. 0 is I tune into low vibration stuff. And just allow yourself to be aware of that and notice what you feel inside. Imagine yourself changing the radio station to Christmas music or whatever, whatever is the your idea of something high vibration. And notice what you feel in your body. Notice where there might be resistance. Notice the fear of missing out. Oh, I'm afraid that I'll miss hearing some important news. Maybe it feels irresponsible to be listening to positive stuff. It's your duty to pay attention to the negativity. So again, just being aware, not judging, just being aware. And maybe we need a playlist with high vibration. Well, I like to think that all of the playlists on my YouTube channel are high vibration. Speaking of which, if you have not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so right now because the more subscribers I have, the more YouTube puts it in the algorithm, and the more people learn about tapping. And then we get more people raising their vibration. Sound good? Please participate in that. Thank you very much. So, side of the hand. Even though I'm not always tuned in to high vibrations, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though sometimes I tune into low vibrations, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I sometimes tune into low vibrations, because part of me thinks I should, because I've been programmed to think it's necessary, and maybe it's just habitual. These are the presets on my radio. And change is hard, even if there might be something better. And even though sometimes I tune into low vibrations, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe anyone else who might contribute to this. Like the people who get into my car and start messing with the radio, turning it to stations I don't like. This habit of tuning into low vibration. Sometimes I tune into low vibrations. Not because I'm bad or stupid. Not because I'm weak or lazy. But because part of me says I should do that. I need to know who's doing wrong in the world. And we're taught to enjoy self-righteousness. I want to know who I'm superior to. Not because I'm bad or stupid, but because I've been programmed to do that. So there's a part of me that tunes into those stations. When there's a bunch of stations playing high vibration music or high vibration conversations, things that would really lift my spirit. And part of me says, yeah, maybe later. And sometimes later doesn't come. And I don't get around to listening to the high vibration stuff. Although I'm doing so right now. And I choose to acknowledge myself for tuning into this right now. I am deliberately choosing to raise my vibration right now. And I choose to feel really good about that. And not only is it good for me, It's good for the people around me. And since everything is energy and spreads across the planet, I'm raising the vibration of the whole planet. It may be very subtle, but I choose to know that it's significant. And feeling good about that raises my vibration even more. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. So, as much as possible, I'm releasing what isn't peace. And I love and honor those parts of me that might want to hold on to some other stuff. If it somehow feels necessary, maybe it somehow feels useful. And I can allow myself to question that and maybe give myself even more freedom to feel good. But I'm not going to pressure myself. I'm releasing what feels appropriate to release. Tuning into high vibrations as much as possible. What station is broadcasting the content that moves my needle towards a 10? And I choose to tune into that station. And I'm doing so right now. I choose to give myself the freedom to do so more often. More frequently tuning into high frequency. And I'm acknowledging those parts of me that might resist that. All of this stuff that tunes in, all of this stuff that pushes me to sometimes tune into low vibration content. I wonder why I do that. I wonder where that started. And are there some old things to resolve? Are there some old things to heal? Such that I have greater freedom to more frequently tune into high vibrations. When there's so much high vibration, why? Yeah, sometimes I think faster than I can talk. Sometimes when I think about tuning into higher vibration, part of me feels resistance. And I'm processing that. And maybe it's just a habit. I have these stations preset on my radio. It's just an old habit. LBD, be tapping, not typing. Allow those thoughts to come up, but be tapping through them. I'm processing all this stuff that comes up. When I look at things that I know aren't healthy, and I wonder why I do it, I choose to clear what stops me from making better choices. Why do I keep tuning into those old negative stations? And I choose to do so without judgment. I choose to love and appreciate those parts of me that feel compelled to tune into that stuff. To listen to those podcasts, watch those shows, read those articles that might make me feel self-righteous or just piss me off. And part of me says, yes, but that feels right. And I say I want more peace in the world, but I limit the peace inside of me. Not because I am bad or stupid, not because I am weak or lazy. It's just that I have some old programming, some old experiences that make that kind of negative content compelling. And maybe it's what my friends and family listen to. I need to tune into the same station they do so that I know what's going on. Otherwise, we might be at dinner and they'll say, "Did you hear about so and so? Isn't that awful?" And I'll say, no, I was listening to Christmas music. And they'll make it sound like I'm the one screwing up. But I'm the one with a healthy heart rate. I'm the one more likely to have a healthy bank account. I'm the one more likely to have healthy relationships. What I tune into has an effect on my life. It also has an effect on how I show up. And Gandhi said, be the change you wish to see in the world. So am I moving the needle towards peace and love? Or am I moving the needle towards fear and conflict? What I tune into affects me. And how it affects me translates into how I affect the world. So when I think about being a force for good or something else, when I'm deciding what station to tune into, and I feel compelled to go towards the negative content, I choose to ask myself, is it worth it? Is that who I really am? I don't need to judge the answer. I'm just allowing myself to be more aware. Because the majority of people turn on the radio without even being aware. And if everybody was walking around with a boombox, what would I want the majority of people to be listening to? I choose to clear what isn't peace so that all I'm left with is peace. And then that's all that I can broadcast. And I'm setting myself free to experience more of that in body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes, go inside. And just see what's going on in there. And here, I do have a video on being betrayed. So if you you can always go into my when you're on my YouTube channel, go into the search window up above, and or just anytime you're on YouTube, just type in my name and any keywords like betrayed, love, money, relationships, whatever. And with over 1,000 videos, there's generally a tap for that. So sending healing thoughts your way. I'm sending healing thoughts to everyone here. Here to raise the vibration. Um, but yeah. So let's go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Excellent. See some numbers coming up. Good. So again, with your eyes closed and just checking in with how you feel physically and emotionally, and looking at that number of 0 up to 10, 10 being, peace, joy, merry and bright, festive, whatever word you'd like to how you'd like to do. And notice where that shows up. In terms of tapping on others, it's not for us to decide what other people experience, but we get to choose how we experience that. And sometimes that we're able to feel more peace around other people, and sometimes it's just giving ourselves the freedom to say, I'm going to step outside for a minute or a week. And giving our so some just giving ourselves the freedom to take better care of ourselves. But as I said a number of times, everything is energy, everything is connected. And as we clear what isn't peace inside of us, that will start to clear what isn't peace inside of other people. Now, I can't guarantee how fast it's going to be. It's not like, oh, Uncle Bob's being a real jerk today. So I'm going to tap. And even though Uncle Bob's being a jerk, and 5 minutes later, Uncle Bob is all sweetness and light. Um, but we can, as the Stoics say, it's not what happens that causes our feelings, it's our thoughts about it. So allowing ourselves to be able to find more peace, even around people who are not, who are going through some tough times. And so check, and again, I have videos on all kinds of things around this, like handling other people's tough times is one of the videos that I have. Um, okay. All right, trust. So, yeah, sending you all kinds of positive energy. And yeah, there are times where we're in tough situations where it's like, yeah, I'd love to just be able to tap and make everything feel great. So sometimes it's incremental. But as we put ourselves in a place of, I'm going to allow myself to feel better, as much better as I can, circumstances improve. I was writing something down earlier, and go ahead and be tapping. And yes, I do have some videos on bullying. Yeah. So it's type in Brad Yates bullying. Um, it's like, do our emotions cause our do events cause our emotions, or is it how we're feeling that creates the circumstances? There's certainly a lot of stuff in law of attraction and metaphysics, and a lot of people saying, yeah, we are not, it's not that we feel bad because bad things are happening, but that bad things happen because we're feeling badly. And I don't want to go into a whole thing of blaming the victim. It's not, yeah, so if bad things are happening, it's your fault. I'm not fully on board with that. But in terms of creating our reality, we have a much better chance of creating a better reality, a more joyful reality, when we start choosing to feel joy, um, uh, instead of the waiting. So going back to the radio thing, it's like, well, I'll tune my station to the Christmas station uh, when I start hearing Christmas music. When I'm hearing Christmas music, then I'll be ready to change my frequency. It's like, no, you're not going to hear the Christmas music until you change the station. So let's just do around here quick. Yeah. All right. I choose to feel as good as possible, and I choose to love and accept myself. I choose to feel as good as possible, and I choose to love and honor myself. I choose to feel as good as possible, because not only does that feel good for me, but then I'm also spreading good vibes. I choose to feel as good as possible, and I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself, and maybe anyone else who might be involved. because I choose to feel that free. I choose to feel as good as possible. I choose to feel as good as possible. I might not be ready to get to a 10. And if I'm at a 10 already, I might not be ready to turn it up to 11. But I'm giving myself permission to see what I can turn it up to. So I'm getting curious about all these reasons why I couldn't or shouldn't feel better. It may be certain circumstances going on right now. It may still be events from the past. It may be beliefs that I have about how I don't deserve to feel better, about how I don't deserve to have a better life. I choose to consider the possibility that wherever my life might be on a scale of 0 to 10, that's where my beliefs tell me it should be. Whatever number I'm at, I have some story inside about why it couldn't or shouldn't be better. And I choose to clear these old arguments about why I can't feel better. And I choose to love and forgive those parts of me that have held on to these old beliefs. Maybe I didn't know there was another way. Maybe I felt I had to hang on to those beliefs. I'm questioning anything that tells me I can't feel good. I don't need to judge myself. I'm just giving myself the freedom to question it. And underneath all of these beliefs, part of me knows the truth. I am a magnificent child of the universe, worthy and deserving of the best this world has to offer, worthy and deserving of love and respect. And there is nothing that is too good for me. And because of past programming and the radio stations I was taught to tune into, I may have gotten myself into circumstances where I'm not getting everything I deserve. I'm not waiting to hear the music and then change the station. I'm changing my frequency inside right now, trusting that will change my outside circumstances. And even before those outside circumstances change, I'll at least still be feeling better inside. I choose to love and appreciate that part of me that says I refuse to feel better until things get better. Because that's what I've been taught to do. And I may also have this fear that I need to be motivated by misery. I need to feel bad about things to get me into action. If I allow myself to feel good right now, I won't change the things that need to be changed. I've been taught that. But how often does that actually work? Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. I'm changing my life from the inside out. As I allow myself to feel more peace and joy, I'll find greater freedom to make positive changes. As I treat myself with more love, I'm not going to settle for a crappy life. I'm not just going to put up with abuse. I choose to love myself so much that I'm compelled to treat myself really well. Treating myself really well by tapping right now. Sometimes we type instead of tap to avoid change. Not because we're bad or stupid. No judgment, just awareness. I'm allowing myself to be aware of when I avoid doing those things that can help me. And I'm clearing what's behind that. I'm giving myself permission to feel better and better. I'm giving myself permission to do what it takes. I don't need to feel bad to motivate me to do that. I'm clearing the resistance. There are positive actions that I can take to make my life better and better. And when I'm not taking those actions, part of me says I have to bully myself into doing so. I have to feel really bad to motivate change. I'm clearing that process. I'm clearing the resistance to taking positive action. When I think of things I can do to make things better, why would I have to push myself? Why wouldn't I just joyfully do it? Why don't I just joyfully treat myself to higher vibration content? Why don't I joyfully take better care of my body? And I'm clearing what comes up around that. Clearing all this resistance to taking better care of myself, physically and emotionally. All these old reasons why I can't take those positive actions. Letting that stuff go. Releasing it at a cellular level. Releasing it all the way back through my past. And really setting myself free. Setting myself free from those old misunderstandings. Setting myself as free as possible to feel as good as possible. I am worthy and deserving of feeling really good. I'm allowing myself to feel as good as possible and allowing myself to spread those good feelings. And I'm loving myself in the process, in body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath and let it go. Awesome. All right, we're at the top of the hour. I'm still going to do a guided imagery because that's how I roll. Um, so if you have someplace you need to be now that we're at the top of the hour, hopefully you'll come back and watch the replay to listen to the guided imagery because I believe they're very nurturing in all kinds of ways. And so if you have to sign off now, hopefully be sure to uh, be sure to check out when my next live the next live is it's going to be next Friday, and then again on New Year on New Year's Day. I'm really excited about the New Year's event. I've got I just have some concepts that I'm going to share that I'm really excited about. So please, I just put it in the link in there, and the link is also down below the video, right at the top of the description box. Tapwithbrad.com/live. So you'll find the date for next Friday's live tapping, and then the New Year's Day one. It's free to register for the New Year's Day one, and you'll get the replay. Um, yeah, I'm really excited about this one. So I hope we break the internet with people tuning in and tapping. Um, uh, you need a completely recreational tap just to feel it. I have a bunch that are just really positive. Like virtual was a virtual shot of espresso. Um, so yeah, I know I have over 1,000 videos. Sometimes it's hard to sort through them all and find the one you're looking for. But again, type in the search window Brad Yates and whatever topic you want to look for. Um, so, Sama, I receive. That is the key. That is the key. We don't need to go searching for things so much as we just need to allow ourselves to allow and to receive. So, all right. Yeah. And if you haven't already gotten the free 5 day programs that I have, either one, it's either tapwithbrad.com/best self, tap into your best self, or tap into success beyond belief. Um, and those are two 5 day free programs, just to give you a lot more tapping material in between these live tapping sessions. And so all kinds of stuff to help you raise your vibration, feel better about yourself, create, create the life that you deserve. Anyhow, um, enough business. Again, you can check. I just put the some links in the chat box, and then also down below, right at the top of the description box, are links to find out about all this good stuff. And it will be 9 p.m. on New Year's Day. So I generally do these things just like today. I like to do things at 1 p.m. Pacific because it's not too terribly late for people in Europe and not too terribly early for a lot of people in Australia. And and it gets as many people as possible across the globe. Um, so anyhow, I'm not going to read any more of the chat because I got to get into the guided imagery because we got things to do, we got places to go. Um, I've got lights to put up on my house. So to have peace in my household, I need to go and get those lights up. So, but first, we're going to do some guided imagery. So go ahead and get yourself comfortable. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. Another deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. A third deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. And now, just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed. Breathing comfortably, and just imagine that with each breath you take in, you breathe in relaxation and positive energy. Go ahead and imagine a healing light of whatever color you like surrounding your body, so that with each breath you take in, your lungs comfortably draw in that healing light, allowing it to flow through every muscle, nerve, fiber, tissue, cell, and atom of your body. Imagine a healing shower flowing down, crystal clear water that's a perfect temperature as it flows over the top of your head, soothing and relaxing your scalp, washing away fear, doubt, anxiety, washing away anger, sadness, guilt, shame, washing away pain, frustration, disappointment, embarrassment, washing these away to reveal the light that you truly are. This unique expression of divine light and love, allowing more and more of that light to be revealed as that healing shower flows over your forehead, relaxing the muscles in your face, flowing down over the back of your head, your neck, your shoulders, washing away tension, leaving your shoulders calm, comfortable, and relaxed. That healing shower flowing down your arms, all the way down over your fingertips, down over your chest and your stomach, soothing and relaxing, healing and cleansing, and allowing yourself to remain comfortably in whatever position you choose. Allow that healing shower to flow down over your upper and lower back, And as your torso relaxes, your internal organs comfortably do whatever they need to do to achieve and maintain your optimal level of health and well-being in body, mind, and spirit. As that healing shower continues down over your body, down over your hips and your thighs, over your knees, down your lower legs, through your ankles, into your feet. And finally, that relaxation flows over your toes as you allow yourself to relax twice as much, going at least twice as deep with each number as I count backwards. 5, drifting down to 4, floating down to 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. Deeper, deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. And in this calm, comfortable state of mind and body, go ahead and imagine yourself in some really beautiful place. Some place where you allow yourself to be present to the beauty, the magnificence, the abundance of creation. Allowing yourself to remember that it is here for you as much as anyone else. You are worthy and deserving of the best this world has to offer. There is nothing that is too good for you. And we get to choose what we experience. Just imagine that you're carrying a radio, portable radio, boombox, and notice what it's playing. And notice if what it's playing cultivates a good feeling inside of you or not. And you might notice what other people are playing on their radios and feeling like, oh, well, I should listen to what they're listening to. And give yourself permission to adjust the knob on your radio and choose what you want to listen to, something that raises your vibration, something that feels really good. It's not about waiting until you hear something positive and then changing the radio station. You change the radio station, you change your frequency, and then you get what you're tuning into. You get what is a match for your frequency. And when you pick up what other people are putting out and it's lower vibration, allowing yourself to be aware of, okay, what might be going on inside of me that I might be sometimes tuning into that frequency. Not in a judgmental way, being absolutely compassionate with yourself for all the times that you may have tuned into something lower vibration because you've been taught to, because it's habitual, for whatever reason. But now in this beautiful place, looking around at the beauty, the magnificence, the abundance all around, and allow yourself to choose to experience a much greater life, to experience more happiness, more joy, and to spread more happiness and joy. And allow yourself to tune in to the most positive station you can find on your radio. And just sending that frequency out. Feeling those positive vibrations in every fiber of your being and sending those positive vibrations out to other people. And looking around and seeing people picking up that vibration, and they're picking up the beat of whatever song you're listening to, and they're going, oh yeah, that's catchy. What station is that? I want to tune into that station. Because some people just don't know any better. They only know the preset stations that their family may have preset on their radio. People are doing the best they can. And you cannot blast negative content at them to get to a more positive place. Keep raising your vibration, tuning into that higher vibe frequency. Sending peace and love, maybe from a safe distance, and hoping that that inspires them, helps to heal them, helps to heal whatever is causing them to tune into lower vibration content. And just imagine sending out those high vibration frequencies and seeing people changing their station. And just imagine that spreading across your whole town, your whole state, your whole country, your whole hemisphere. Imagine everyone being compelled to tune into a higher vibration, allowing yourself to be the change you wish to see in the world. Giving yourself permission to feel really good about that. Being absolutely loving and compassionate with yourself when you find yourself not tuning into the high vibration stuff. Allowing yourself to get curious about that rather than judgmental. Honoring whatever you're feeling, honoring your experience, and whenever possible, giving yourself permission to tune back into that higher vibration content, changing to a more positive frequency. And all kinds of things get better and better. And you deserve that. So, giving yourself permission to feel more peace and more joy and more love and gratitude right now. Let's go even deeper now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 0 is deep sleep. In a moment, I'll count you back out from 0 up to 5. 5 will be wide awake, alert, focused, and energetic, feeling much better than before. Hopefully, feeling much more joyful, much more peaceful, and much more gentle with yourself, with whatever might be going on in your life. Tonight, when you choose to go to sleep, don't be surprised when you fall asleep quickly, soundly, deeply, and sleep very well through the night. During the night, you'll dream. The more you dream, the stronger you become. I'm going to ask your unconscious mind to allow at least one of your dreams to be a very healing dream, continuing this healing process in body, mind, and spirit so that in the morning, at the time you've chosen to wake up, you wake up easily, feeling refreshed, energetic, and ready to start the day again, powerfully moving forward into an ever more joyful experience of an ever greater abundance of health, wealth, happiness, and love, which are your birthright and which benefit others. Feeling more peace and spreading more peace. Please and thank you. And now I go back down to 0, which is always deep sleep, allowing your mind, body, and spirit to digest all these positive thoughts and images, taking them in at a very deep level so that these positive changes occur easily, effortlessly, and naturally. Coming up to 1, feeling physically relaxed. 2, feeling emotionally calm and confident. 3, health and well-being, enthusiasm, love, joy, and gratitude flowing through every muscle, nerve, fiber, tissue, cell, and atom of your body. 4, becoming more and more alert and aware of your surroundings. And 5 is eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide, wide awake. And welcome back. All right, how we doing? Well, thank you for all the very kind comments in there. Cosmos asks, is this really you? Is this really live? Yes, it is. Um, I just put the link again in the chat box, and again, it's right below the video if you're watching the replay. tapwithbrad.com/live so you can find out the next time I'm doing a live event. So I've got one coming up next Friday, the 19th. Very excited because I'm going to be doing that from down where my family is. And my kids will be there. Both our kids are coming in next Thursday. And very excited that we'll all be together for Christmas. Um, so great to hear, to see that folks are feeling much better. So yeah, so we'll be doing that in the morning earlier, so that'll make it easier for those of you in Europe next Friday. And and actually, I think that'll probably work well for even people. I don't know if there's anyone here in India right now because it's 3:30 in the morning, 3:45 in the morning right now. But I think it's at 7 o'clock in the morning Pacific time. Um, this coming Friday. Again, if you haven't already done so, please click subscribe, click like this video. Everything you do, liking, commenting, subscribing, helps me reach more people. Please help me in my mission to get the whole world tapping, feeling better, living better, doing better. You can help me with that. Thank you for doing that. And sign up when you go to tapwithbrad.com/live, as well as the information for the next live event on Friday. You'll see the registration link for Tap into a Magnificent New Year. Please sign up and join me for that. It's free. Um, as I said, I'm really excited about the information I'm going to be sharing in that. Some of the concepts that I've been playing with that that I truly believe will help you have a magnificent new year. And yeah, so you'll find links to all of that and links to the free 5-day programs you'll find at tapwithbrad.com/live as well. All right. Thank you guys so much. It is such a joy to spend time with you guys. Uh, some of you may have seen the social media post I did earlier about today, and I said it's like in Elf. You know, we watch Elf every year at Christmas, and when he finds out that Santa is coming, and he goes, Santa, I know him. That's the kind of positive feeling I have when I'm doing these live events, and I'm actually able to. I feel your energy from Sweden, from Belgium. I was just in Belgium earlier this year, just a few months ago, a couple months ago, yeah. Um, Thank you, real one. I am confident in that. Scotland, where some of my family is, UK, I was just there earlier. All places I love, places I can't wait to get back to. Also, when you help support my channel and get it spread out there, that creates more opportunities for me to go and do live in-person workshops around the world. So if you want to have me come to where you are to do a live tapping workshop, please and thank you. Like this video, share it. Please share it. Please subscribe. Anything you can do to help the algorithm pick my videos and put them out there. Um, yeah, and LBD, it's allowing yourself to find the better. So, I always point out the Michelangelo's David. It's not a block of marble trying to become a sculpture. It's the masterpiece allowing what doesn't belong to be released. We're just releasing what doesn't belong to reveal the masterpiece that's already inside. And I am so thank you, KJ. I will be careful on the ladder. Yeah. Good night to you all. Oh, there are folks from India and Tanzania, so people in yeah. For you, next week might be easier. So it'll be 8:30 at night in India the next Fridays. All right, I'm going to let you guys get on with your lives. I'm going to go and take care of holiday stuff. And thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. So grateful for you, whether you're here live or you're watching this on the replay. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you next Friday.